What's going on, everybody? So I wanted to cover a little bit of news that came out, well, about like 6 days too late, like a week too late. But I wanted to cover it because, well, this is kind of important. This is like the most important year, I would say. Panzer Corps 2 Axis Operations 1945 DLC. So we're delighted to announce that 1945 is out now. Players will take part in critical battles confronting the harrowing realities and decisions faced by the Wehrmacht. So, the historical campaign of 1945 serves as a centerpiece of the expansion, shedding light on the final battles of the Eastern Front and the surrounding context. Operation Baden Plate and Spring Awakening, among others, are explored, highlighting the desperate measures taken by the Axis powers and the tremendous costs incurred. Oh, this is a big map. Wow. Very interesting. One thing about this is at least if you're playing the Germans, you're just on the defense. Maybe a slight counterattack here or there. Axis Operation 1945 includes an alternate campaign building upon the victory at the Battle of Ploesti. Players find themselves in a Germany at an impasse. The Western Allied landings at Normandy have been repelled. Ooh, and the Soviet invasion of Eastern Europe halted, but total victory remains elusive. Another major offense looms on the horizon, raising questions about the potential outcome and a toll it will exact on all involved nations. So this is very interesting. I like that they do this kind of thing where they give you like an alternate path. So technically, if you do good in the campaigns and you're playing Germany, and you're doing good, that you can win the war. You're not destined to lose it, like historical and stuff. Interesting. Okay. That's a lot of Soviet tanks. Probably a lot of T-34s. Which, by the way, the Soviet Union, or excuse me, Russia, is possibly going to use in this current war that's going on. There are rumors that they are possibly prepping the T-34s used in World War II for modern day combat. When I saw that, I was like, I was laughing quite a bit. I wonder if this is the battle. Yeah, this is the Battle of Berlin. Wow. So this is the reason why I want to play 1945 scenarios. Like pretty much everything is gone. You're holding the last remnants. You have just broken divisions, and it's like a challenge. Can you hold? You're not gonna win, but how long can you hold? Can you hold longer than the historical date? Test your skills as a commander, and it's only $10. That's what I find really interesting about Matrix and Flashback games, is that the DLCs are really, really at great prices. Like you have other publishers, I'm not going to mention who, but that usually do 30. I think I even seen sometimes 40. Like so. you I really appreciate the $10 price tag. All right. The war continues, but once again contains another campaign. Be ready to choose alternate 1940 right. And that's another cool thing I love about this is if you've been playing Panzer Corps, the single player, and you've been playing right and you can literally bring your troops over from 1936 to your, I think 1938 is it, and then 39, then 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, then 45. You can technically still have those units that are almost a decade formed earlier in this battle here, in this campaign, which is really cool that they do that. Yeah, players can import their core forces that they completed the previous Axis operation East campaign or preset force directly launch into 45. For veteran campaigners with a force ready to import into this latest recommended continue historical ahistorical. Then in 1945 is potentially not the end of your campaign, though. It is merely the latest step. At the conclusion of 1945, players will again be presented with the option to save their core force for use in the next installment of Axis Operations campaign, should there be one. There will be one. I mean, I'm that basically tells me that there's gonna be one. Any campaign of the Axis operation can be played and visualized as a standalone campaign. So you get, let's see what kind of big battles. Obviously, the end of Berlin. That's a must play right there. That would be for me worth the $10 alone. Reichstag. Ooh, I want to know a little bit more about this one. Operation Baraka. Interesting. Spring Awakening. CeeLo Heights. Interesting. So, like, they already had me at End in Berlin, but all the rest of them are nice. That's really cool. I really like that. And there's 18, right? So 18 scenarios breaking down. Geez, $10. That's like less than $1 a scenario. Wow. I still get amazed at like that's now my belief, my projection is that there will be a Axis Operations 1946. But where do they go after that? Do they kind of go into the Cold War, right? Can it be a Panzer Corps in the Cold War? You know, I doubt they'll go to 47. I think they're going to start pivoting to something else. What they'll pivot to, not sure. It'll be interesting if they take on World War One. That would be really cool. Uh, Maybe some smaller conflicts, Korean War, but I think with this engine, I think World War One would be really cool. I think it would fit with this engine, right? Because like Vietnam with this engine, Korea with this engine, it could work. Modern day conflict, no. 19th century conflict, yeah, I could see that working. So technically, yeah, with this engine, I mean, you would have to refine it here and there, change a lot of the aspects of the engine, uh, but still utilize the core framework of this. But I can definitely see they have a lot of opportunity. World War One, 19th century Civil War, American Civil War, and even the smaller conflicts of like Korea and Vietnam and such. So that'll be really interesting, especially with this level of graphics, this level of detail they've been putting into these games, DLCs. It's really amazing. So, all right, hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'm gonna be doing the first impressions on this DLC. It's gonna be positive because you know I have nothing but like good things to say about flashback games. I mean, I can't recall them disappointing me. Like look at this attention to detail. They even got like shadows. Like it's those little things that I appreciate. You know, and if you ever went up on one of their, units, like the level of detail they put in rivets into the tanks. That's how like passionate they are, and I appreciate that. So that's why I love like flashback games, and a lot of the developers that are developers for Slytherin and Matrix. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Catch you next one. See you then.